Everybody to Bingo Farm training videos. Today we're going to talk about the advanced function, but one that we see as essential for you as a Bingo Farm user to make use of all the data that's in Bingo Farm and make you a powerhouse user of your herd layout. And what we are talking about is herd highlighting. Now, your herd layout's got many data, as we talked about in the previous video, and it's not always easy to see certain types of data that you want to stand out. So that is exactly what herd highlighting does. It highlights certain values for you so that it comes to your attention. Now, there is some default herd highlighting that's applicable to your herd layout, and as we scroll here to your right hand side, the expected calving date is one of them. And it's highlighted in red when the expected calving date is more than 2 weeks overdue. Now, this example data I'm working with is a bit old data. That's why there's so many red values there. But what we're going to talk today about is how you set up your own herd highlighting. So you go to your display options here at the bottom left hand side, and here at the top this multicolored button is to edit herd highlighting. Now you can set up different herd highlightings that you can apply to your herd layout depending on what type of data you're working with. You can't select two at once, so make sure that for your herd highlighting you include everything that you want to highlight for a specific purpose. If you want to add the herd highlighting view, you will click on Add View and you will give your view a name for your training example. And now you will start to add criteria. To add a criteria, you will click here at the bottom left hand side on Add Criteria. And the criteria will define which values must be highlighted. So for this example, you select the column to which the highlighting must apply. And I'm going to select reproduction and say days since last calving. And I'm going to say where days since last calving is greater than 450, it should be highlighted in red, and I want the text color white, and I'll assign a rank value of -8. We'll get back to the rank values at a later stage. So you can add as many criteria as you want. The more you add, the more columns will be highlighted in your herd view. So I'm going to add another criteria. You can add it for a different column, or you can also add it for the same column if you want to highlight different ranges of values, different colors. So let's say again, reproduction, days since last calving. Again going to say where it's greater than 400 this time. And I can select here and or, and I'm going to say and where it's smaller and equal than 450. I say 450 and smaller and equal than, but I don't exclude the value. If I would only say smaller than 450 and my other criteria is greater than 450, then 450 itself, it's not covered in any of the parameters that's been set up. So an animal with a value of days since last calving equal to 450 won't be highlighted. So just make sure when you set up this herd highlighting that you set up your ranges that values aren't excluded. So I'm going to say smaller and equal than 450, and let's highlight this one in yellow maybe. Just going to get yellow here. And black looks good on yellow, so we can keep the text color as black. And I'm going to assign a rank value of -4 to this one. If you're done setting up your herd highlighting view, you can click on Save and we can exit the screen. So now to select that herd highlighting, I will go on Activate Highlighting and Rank Values. And now I'm going to select my training example view that I set up. And what you immediately will see is here in your days since last calving column that certain values are highlighted in red, and we said where days since last calving is greater than 450, they must be red. And we said where it's between 400 and 450, they must be highlighted in yellow. And now you can see our values stand out according to the herd highlighting. For the other concepts we want to demonstrate, we're going to use a predefined highlight view that we set up. So we go to our screen where we set up for highlighting, and we're going to work with poorly reducing cows. First concept we want to show you, if you want to change the order of your criteria that you set up, it won't have any effect on how the highlighting is applied to the herd view. It's just to group things together on this view setup, but it makes more sense for you. So say for example, this myostatin value, you don't want it between these ones at the top and you want to move it to the bottom. You will highlight it and you'll use your arrow keys to either move it down or up. If you don't want the criteria anymore, you can also select the criteria and say delete criterion, and it will ask you, are you sure? And you can say yes or no. Let's say yes in this case. I'm just going to save our changes here quick. The other thing is that the fellow farmer can come and visit you and you show him or her the highlighting that you set up, and they say to you they also want that highlighting. So what you can do is you can go to export this definition of the highlighting, and you'll give it a name. You're going to use the default name that is the same as the name of the highlight, and just say save. You will see it's a HHL file, a herd highlight file, and you just say save, and that file you can email to the other farmer, and he can go to import and he can go and select that saved herd highlighting file and open it. I'm not going to do it now. If I say open, the definition will import into my Bengu file. The other thing is, if you set up herd highlighting and you want to delete a whole highlighting view, you can select the view that you want to delete and click here on delete view. I'm not going to do it now because we want to work with this example. The next concept we want to talk about is the rank value. Now, the rank value is applied to the animal if the animal has a value that falls within the criteria ranges. So if the animal has an age at first calving between 39 and 50, it will get a rank value of -5. If it, for example, has a day since last calving greater than 450, it will receive a rank value of -8. It should be obvious to you that different criteria can apply to a single animal. So if more than one criteria is applicable to the animal, the rank value is added up. So if it's got an age at first calving of between 39 and 50, it's -5. And it's also got a day since last calving greater than 450. The -5 and the -8 will be added up, and the animal will get a total rank value of -13, in other words. So the question is, how should you assign the ranking values to criteria? In general, a value that is negative and you don't want will get a lower value, and a value that you've seen as a positive trait for the animal will get a higher value. You can either use negative values and or positive values. The more negative, obviously, the worse you see the trait, and the higher positive, the more positive you see the trait. So, for example, if we take average intercalving year as an example, if it's greater than 450, we set it up as -10. It's very negative. We don't want a high ICP in our herd. If it's between 400 and 450, it's still negative, but it's not that negative. So we give it a value of -5. And if the intercalving period is between 310 and 400 days, we see it as positive and we give it a value of 20. That will depend on how positive or negative you see the values. And we implore clients here to play a little bit and apply their mind before they decide which values to give and assign to certain parameters. This is just an example. Please don't see this as an absolute. So I'm just going to save the changes and I'm going to go to main screen and I'm going to select poorly producing cars. So what you immediately will see is there's much more colors on the screen. And this is because this herd highlighting is set up with more parameters. If you go to the right hand side, there's also your milk values that we highlighted. Let's see if we can fit in everything. I'm just going to remove one or two of the columns that everything fits into the screen. Let's do it like this. And we now want to talk about the rank value. If you activate your herd highlighting, a column rank is automatically added to you. And what the rank contains is the sum of the rank values where the values in your herd highlighting corresponds with that you set up and the applicable ranking value. So, age first calving, if it's between 35 and 39, it gets a rank value of -3. Average intercalving period, if it's between 400 and 450, it gets a rank value of -5. So the -3 from age first calving plus the -5 from average intercalving period is -8. The days since last calving between 400 and 450 is a rank value of -4. So the -8 plus the -4 is -12. And a milk value higher than 5 gets a rank value of 10. So the -12 plus the 10 is -2. So that is where that -2 comes from. And so for each animal, we will correspond to the parameter setup in the herd highlight. They will add up and a single rank value will be given. So you can more or less see this rank value as a type of a selection index if you want. And what is very, very handy then is if you sort by this column. So if I click on this column and I go to the top, the ones that's got the most negative values will be listed at the top. That one is -36 and -35, and you will see red values more or less across the board. As we move down, the rank values gets more and more as more and more green values appear. Until, according to the herd highlighting that you set up, you get your best animals with the highest combination of rank values. And this is this 4 animals here at the bottom. Now you can select these animals and maybe add them to groups, or on your farm make some decisions about them. You're going to sell them, you're going to use them for breeding, or whatever your decisions is. So you should have seen now that your herd highlighting not only helps you to highlight good and bad values in your herd layout, it also gives you a possibility to create a rank value and order your animals according to that rank, making selection decisions easier. Thank you for watching and see you next time.